Hi, Presto community. Great to be here. I'm Rajmani along with Manoj and Varun. We are part of DSP team in Adobe advertising platform. So I'll go over a quick overview of Adobe advertising DSP, and then we'll talk about other things, how we use Presto at Adobe. So going on to next slide. Adobe advertising DSP, also known as demand side platform, is a comprehensive digital advertising solution offered by Adobe Systems. It is designed to help advertisers and agencies to efficiently plan, execute, and optimize their digital advertising campaigns across multiple channels like your TV, phone, like smart devices, etc. So Adobe DSP provides a range of features and tools to assist advertisers in reaching their target audience effectively. It also allows for programmatic buying of ad inventory across various ad exchanges or supply side platform. Some to name a few, it's a Google Ad Exchange, you have Facebook Exchange, there are Yahoo Exchange, and there are so many in the market. So the platform enables advertisers to access a vast network of publishers and reach their desired audience through real-time bidding, whose acronym is RTV, and automated ad buying. So the few key features of Adobe DSP I'm going to talk about, like first is Adobe targeting and segmentation. So what is audience? So audience are set of users, and user can be part of multiple audience device also. So a user, to name a few, I can have a laptop, I can have my personal desktop, a mobile phone, a TV. So I can have multiple devices. So a user here is not one person, it's a number of devices. So, so to build the audience, Adobe Advertising DSP leverages data-driven insights to target specific audience segments. So we integrate with multiple leading DSPs. So to access audience data and create precise targeting strategy. So on a daily basis, we receive about billions of devices and their segment mapping to create audience on. So we use this data to build audience and we store that in our data lake. And currently we have around 20 billion active users that can be readily targeted. So I'll move over to the next one of the key feature, that is real-time bidding. So real-time bidding utilizes a technology to enable auctions for ad impressions. Advertiser can set different bidding strategy and algorithm to optimize their ad placement and maximize their return on investment. So daily we receive about 200 billion auctions from different SSPs. So our RTV system, the bidding system, participate in these auctions, and we have certain business scenarios and rules to decide whether we want to participate in that auction or discard those auctions. So there's to name a few, it would be like, do we have the user profile for the devices that we are seeing in the auction? If it's not there, we'll discard that event. And there are other scenarios as well. So all those events that are coming up in auction gonna end up eventually in our data lake. So the volume of data that we see here, like it like goes from few TVs on daily basis, and that to a compressed format of the data. And next, I'll talk about performance reporting. So the platform offers robust reporting and analytics capabilities. Advertisers can access comprehensive insight into their campaigns, including impressions, click, conversions, and other KPIs. So this data helps us in evaluating the effectiveness of the campaign and making informed decisions for further optimizations. So we receive about around 12 billion events through multiple channels. So to just an example, it would be like auctions that we won and the auctions that we lost. Apart from that, we have like whatever the ad we served, like impressions of those ad, clicks. So those are all events translates into the data for us. So within the DSP team, we use Presto in three major ways. One of them, first one is in schedule pipelines. Apart from that, we use for ad hoc query and analysis. And the third one is to form the custom report for advertisers. So now Varun is going to talk about Presto usage in our schedule pipelines. Over to you, Varun. Thanks.
Thanks, Arya. Before we get into the schedule pipelines, we'll have a brief look at the architecture of the flow of data into our platform. Like the demand side platform, ad tech also involves the supply side platform and the ad exchange, which connects the supply side platform and the demand side platform. The data from all of this, for example, from the demand side, from our own platform, we have data regarding the bids that were placed, the auction, the number of participants in the auctions, the details about the wins in the auctions, and from the devices themselves, we have data about the impressions, number of impressions, the number of clicks that happened, the number of conversions that happened. All of this data, either directly through our own extraction mechanism or from third-party data management platform, the DMPs, flow into our system. This data is usually raw and cannot be used straight away. So Presto, we use Presto extensively in converting them into usable forms. Now, these pipelines run on a weekly, daily, or a monthly basis. They process data anywhere ranging from anywhere between a couple of gigabytes to several terabytes. Uh, Typically, these pipelines involve a flow like this. That is, data is queried. The queries are dynamically generated first of all, and then these queries act on the source. It could be Hive uh, uh, or Delta, and then the data is then stored in a storage layer like S3. This data then is then consumed by upcoming pipelines. It could be pipelines from within our own team or from the ML team or for the platform intelligence team, any of those teams. Let us look at one of these examples. Let's say our ML team, we have a model that suggests the real-time bidding pods, the price that they should place, the price that they should use for bids. Now, this model uses the auction data, the wins data, and the bids data, among other sources. And the model, although the model is trained daily, we use a rolling 90-day data. So obviously it involves a huge, significant volume. Presto here again is used to extract data from, again, the data for this is fed by another pipeline that is run earlier. We then filter out data. Now we filter out again because the intermediate data is used by other pipelines as well. So we filter out data from this intermediate level, and then we use it for our model training. Another example could be a typical pipeline that is run by our platform intelligence team. Uh, uh, One of the most important use cases for them is to form the performance dashboards. So these could be for campaigns, expenditure, spend, ML model performance, and many other metrics. So they again use Presto to analyze the incoming data from the third-party sources and then store intermediate results, which is then consumed by Power BI or any of those tools to form dashboards. Um, Now, like I told you, another important pipeline that we run is to consolidate data, because all of the raw data is very extensive, and it is at a second level or millisecond level, and so all of this data has to be consolidated so that first of all, so that we don't have to rerun pipelines, this consolidation for multiple teams. So this roll-up process uh, uh, is again performed by pipelines where Presto is used extensively. Um, yes, so we have use cases where Presto is used for Adhoc querying, and Manoj will cover that part.
Thanks, Varun. I'm going to talk about Data Studio platform that we have to run our interactive queries. So we made this platform with the purpose of non-technical people, so they can run a query without thinking what is in background. So we use Presto for making very interactive platform to make faster result response. So let me talk about in detail. So Data Studio is our own platform designed for running ad hoc queries. It enables engineers, support staff, stakeholders, and other to access the data lake efficiently. Presto plays a crucial role in facilitating quick data lookup and performing heavy data analysis. We handle approximately 400 ad hoc report requests per month. These reports are customized based on customer requirement and specific fields. Additionally, we run around 4,000 Presto queries each month to conduct analysis and address various issues. These queries support activities such as dashboard building, schedule pipeline design, and ML model data preparation performed by our engineers and data analysis. We execute queries that data scan size can be very significantly ranging from few megabytes to terabytes. This includes both small static table and large table containing weights, non-weights, and events data. Through extensive benchmarking, we found that Data Studio provides 3 to 10x average better performance compared to other engines. This improvement is experienced daily and contribute to increased efficiency. Moreover, our platform is designed to scale effectively in response to quickly load and the number of queries. It automatically scales based on factors such as concurrent queries, CPU, and memory utilization, ensuring optimal performance. We have hundreds of concurrent users. Our DSP team consists, consisting of software engineers, test engineers, and data engineers, utilizing Data Studio and Presto for their respective tasks and skills. Yeah, thank you. It is over to Arya now.
Thanks, Manoj. So far we have talked about internal jobs and pipelines, as my colleague has discussed. So now I'm going to talk about something, the customer facing, which is custom reporting. So it's being directly used by our customer, that is advertisers. So as we know, reporting and analytics are essential components for any digital advertising platform because it gives you transparency, how the money is being spent on which placement, is it reaching the right audience, and all those things. So as part of Adobe DSP, we offer robust capabilities in this area. So here are some key aspects of reporting and analytics within the platform. So as part of web application, we provide pre-built reports and dashboard that offers insights into performance. And these reports cover various metrics such as impressions, clicks, measurement, reach, and many more. So advertisers can access these reports to monitor the effectiveness of the campaign at a high level and drill down into a specific metrics for deeper analysis. So for example, suppose I had a money to budget for $100K to spend for a campaign. And obviously, like you can't just spend that much money directly on a single placement. So by placement, I mean like you create placement like, okay, I want to target this age group, like 80 to 30 in a metropolitan city area. Then you can have a placement. I want to target 30 to 50 age group, which like sports in rural area. So they are different placements. And for every placement out of your whole campaign budget, you have some specific percent dedicated for those placements. And you want to check like is my placement doing well, like is my the goals that we define at, like I want to spend, let's just say out of $1,000 I want to spend $100 weekly. So are those goals are in track? So those kind of metrics you can come and actually see in the dashboard that okay, this was my goal set and here is my daily spend and I'm catching up to the my goal. So these are the things that you can analyze. So so these are the typical analysis you can do, and these are our part of our web application, and you can see that at granular level. But there is one limitation. these metrics are available for a limited window. So as we have described earlier, like we receive around 12 billion events per day, and obviously, like we do not keep that event at microsecond level, like we roll up at like a minute or second level. So even though still, like if we roll up, but data is enormous. So to like as I told earlier, these reports and dashboard are powered by one of the open source tool called Apache Druid, and Druid has is one of the leader in reporting and analytics, but it has some certain limitations regarding data scan and all those things. So suppose if I'm querying a few metrics and for a couple of dimensions, the volume of data that I might be scanning for a single query can go into TVs, and that is obviously it costs us a lot of money for every kind of query. Like suppose I have thousands of concurrent user accessing my DSP website, and I'm querying all those users, that converts into money, right? So obviously, like if these are not, so the custom reporting is like it was built in a place like those are some advanced sort of reporting that normally just don't use. So that you can configure at a very granular level or a very high level or different kind of custom uh, metrics that you can define. So this kind of stuff that is all possible under custom reporting umbrella. So those metrics which are not like we are the pre-built dashboard that we give flexibility of defining by the customer itself inside this section. So yeah, so to overcome this limitation, we offered custom reporting solution. So Edu teacher can choose among various available dimension if you want to choose. So by dimension, I mean like suppose I have a placement or campaign running, I can choose those as a dimension. I can choose like, okay, this demography, like how my campaign is behaving in California or in New York state, right? And apart from that, you can have like how my campaign is behaving across mobile platform, CTV platform, or like desktop platform. So by seeing these metrics, you can optimize your campaigns and you can allocate more budget, you can restrict some budget. These are one of the decisions you can make. So yeah, this is about this thing. So as part of while choosing different dimensions, metrics, you can also provide inputs through the filters. Like, okay, I want to restrict this kind of metric or dimensions. These are kind of like there are so many kind of configurations that are supported in the web UI. So and these reports can be triggered on demand. Like, okay, you configure all those reports in the UI and you just trigger that, okay, I want to run the report now. And in the backend, like I'll go over the architecture later. So like it can be triggered on demand, or you can schedule it at some specific level and you can ask in the system that you can send me the report at this destination. So these are kind of things can be configured, and then at the scheduled time, like you'll get the report. So currently in the system, we have around 2000 active reports that are running daily. And that is over our data lake that are which contains around 400 billion records currently for the duration of time, like it's around a year. And it runs with completely on the Presto engine. So I'll just quickly go over the flow. So as an advertiser, like they come to our UI web application, and from there, like they configure reports and where they select dimension metrics and all those filters. And we store those config in our source of truth database. And we have a like a scheduler service running in the system, which keeps checking the source of truth database and see like is there any active reports I need to run, what was the last run time and all those configuration, and what is the next run I need to run, right? And it takes all those configuration and determines like, okay, I need to run this configuration. And in the system scheduler service itself, we have a template engine, like it's a kind of a SQL builder. So based on like this configuration, we need to join a lot of fact tables, join some of the metadata tables, and do write a complex query. So those kind of templates we have available. Like as I told, like in this as part of this reporting, we provide like impression report, clicks, conversion, like billing reports, how your campaign and placements are performing against a segment. So all those kinds of templates we have available in this service, and based on the advertiser this custom report configuration, we generate those templates, SQL templates, and the query is like enormous, like it's a very complex query. And again, like once we get this query, we submit on our EMR platform, which has Presto like installed in it, like it's a Presto cluster running inside the EMR. And once the query is submitted, it runs within like a few seconds to a minute, and the results get saved into S3, and we uh, take the result and send the report to partner given destination. So yeah, so that is the whole flow of customer reporting. Yeah, so yeah, that is all from my side for now. And thanks for tuning in. We can take questions now. Thank you, sir.